In the first video, I gave a quick overview of what panic attacks are and why they happen. To quickly review, it starts with a mental environment of fear, worry, or anxiety, which causes the subconscious mind to release hormones like adrenaline that in turn create a sensation of fear or nervousness. And that's actually a normal survival response. But in today's modern world, where we worry more about invisible issues rather than actual tangible physical danger that we can see with our own eyes, we often don't consciously understand the sensation, um, so therefore you become fearful of the sensation itself. And that causes more adrenaline to be released, which you become more fearful of, and pretty soon you're in a full-blown state of panic. Even if you're lying in bed with absolutely no physical danger around you, panic attacks can happen anywhere. So, I first want to mention some very easy ways to begin on the road to recovery from panic. Um, the first, okay, I don't want to change your lifestyle, but until you get your panic attacks under control, it's going to help a lot if you cut caffeine out of your diet completely. And I know this isn't going to be the final solution, but caffeine is a drug that really can contribute to a sense of nervousness, which ultimately can increase the frequency or likelihood of a panic attack. So, just until you learn some more powerful tools, try cutting out soda, tea, and coffee from your diet. Even decaf coffee. It has more caffeine than you think, and the effects really build up. Improving other aspects of your diet can also help with anxiety, but start with caffeine. It might be having a bigger impact than you think. Okay, next item, exercise. I know it seems like panic disorder is a purely mental phenomenon, but it's amazing how closely our mental condition is tied to our physical condition. And just think about how for millions of years the human body has been evolving with regular physical exercise as part of daily life. And now within the space of just a few generations, we're sitting in offices all day, we're taking buses and driving cars, and really only getting a fraction of the exercise that our bodies have been adapting to for thousands of generations. So what does this mean? A whole lot of extra energy buildup in the body. And that energy overload in the right mental environment of fear, worry, and anxiety quickly converts into more anxiety and eventually panic. On a similar note, a few months ago I adopted a dog from a public animal shelter, and it turned out that this dog needed a lot of help. Uh, since that time, I've watched just about every episode of Caesar Milan, which is the dog whisperer. And it turns out that one of the very common issues that you see with troubled dogs is anxiety. Everything from separation anxiety, anxiety about strangers and other dogs, environment changes, anxiety that turns into aggression, you name it. And with dogs, you can't talk them through it, or reason with them, or give them a book. We don't speak the same language. But the dog whisperer has a formula for working with dogs that have problems like this. And guess what the very first component of that formula is? Exercise. Exercise is so many times the number one key to these dogs' rehabilitation. And when you think about it, dogs are in the same situation as us. They started as wolves, out walking their territory all day, every day. Then for thousands of years, many were bred for hunting, racing, and other outdoor physical activities. And many of them also lived outside and just got exercise during the normal course of their day. And then all of a sudden, they're living in Los Angeles in a little apartment. The owner takes them out for like a 10-minute walk each day. And the owner is wondering why their dog is acting fidgety or chewing up their couch. It's simple. Unused body energy turns into frustration and anxiety. And if you're suffering from anxiety and panic, there's probably a good chance that your ancestors lived lifestyles that had way more physical activity than you're getting now. So here's a little assignment for you. Depending on your current physical condition, meaning ask your doctor's advice if you're unsure about your health issues, but find a physical activity that ideally wears you out. And I mean, for whatever length of time that you're comfortable, go for a really brisk run or lift some weights or both. Uh, Experiment by doing this daily for a week. And I know exercise isn't going to be everyone's favorite solution, and it's just a part of my overall approach. But if it makes you feel 100 times better, you're going to start to like it. And I know from personal experience, in the initial stages of my overcoming panic disorder, exercise played a major role. So even if it doesn't seem like it will help, give it a try and experiment a little bit, just as a favor to yourself. It really can't hurt. And if you have any concerns about your current state of health, talk to your doctor first. But in general, exercise is a really simple yet powerful step you can take in getting your panic disorder under control. Okay, the next method that I want to discuss is what I think is the most powerful tool for overcoming panic attacks. Um, it's definitely the most powerful technique that I know of or can imagine. It was really a miracle for me, and I've received a lot of amazing feedback from other people that I've taught it to. Now, I've used up quite a bit of time here already, so I'm going to put that in another video. I'll title it something like Panic Attack Self-Treatment. And if you don't see a link here, I'll post it with my other videos at mc2method.com/panicattacks. Thanks for watching.